EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Watson, off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Second down. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They'll start on the ground with Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
1st and 10, Eason. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you don't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, here's Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, 49ers 0.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
3rd and 10.
From the gun is Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st down, Seahawks.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Will Fuller. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners 17. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will... get the football back.
Recovered by the defense.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They will indeed snap it to Watson. Escaping the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to
Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On first down, Jacob Eason. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, Eason. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
This is Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
47-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and
Second down. Here's Eason.
35-yard line.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, we got 3 down.
A first throw for the backup Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st and 10, Eason. And that is incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Eason's
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he'll find Hall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing again. Eason. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, Eason. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jake Elliott from 6 yards away. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Niners 14. Seahawks.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They run with Breida, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick throw completed by Watson.
Watson's pass complete to Will Fuller. 5 yards on the pickup, and this is 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, down in Glendale, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action, Haskins. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
24-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Niners 14, Seahawks.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
From the gun, Eason. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Eason on 2nd down. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On 1st down, Eason. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head...
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Able to get there and pick it. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And out.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Eason. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's David Arnett picking it off. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Operating from the gun, Eason. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it over.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
5-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Eason. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Eason going to try and throw for it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Breida on the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And his throw is incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Number 22.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. First throw in OT for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 49ers. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the 49ers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the rough season continues as they've plunged to 1-13. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will.
feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist